Pisces, hello, welcome to Gemini season. I hope you're all well. Gemini season, time of communication, and I think this is going to become so apparent throughout this month. You've really got to focus on your communication. Gemini ruled by Mercury planet of communication, sales, transactions, those sorts of things, very communicative. I think more so than ever, Pisces, you will really have to be able to really communicate what it is that you want, say what you mean, just don't say it mean, but really be able to put, I think now, what you're thinking into words. You've got to be able to vocalize what it is that you feel, how it is that you want to feel, what it is that you want to do. And Four of Swords, I think there might even be an element of sort of just taking a bit of a rest and a recharge, and I want to say a mental rest, because there may have been a lot going on in Taurus season in terms of getting you prepared and pushing you forward towards your hopes, dreams and wishes. Thing is, with the Four of Swords, when it shows up for me, it's always a little bit of a rest and a bit of a reminder to rest. It's a bit of a, okay, so Pisces, get your head down, get your work done, but make sure you are taking that necessary time with Neptune in, you know, I've got the Devil card here, Capricorn. Bad habits, communication and resting. I think, Pisces, don't let this mutable season of Gemini get the better of you. Pisces, Mercury will go into Cancer on the 4th of June. And I think a lot of people will find like communication gets quite passive aggressive. And in order to like really overcome communication misunderstandings, communication issues, you've got to make sure that you're rested and that you are giving yourself enough leeway to be able to come forward in situations where you won't necessarily come across as passive aggressive, but you know that where you're doing yourself an injustice by not speaking your truth and not being honest. I think if anything, Gemini season, for a lot of people, including Virgos that are your opposite sign, to like just say it. And I think it is important to just be as honest and truthful as you can be and just say what's on your mind. I've got here the Queen of Cups. So great potential for this month to really realign yourself. And with that Gemini mutability, that finicky all over the place kind of energy, it's really important, I think, for a lot of us to remain in our authentic truth. And we've been talking about this, Pisces, you know, with hard work and a bit of a realistic approach, Pisces, I don't think there isn't anything that you can't achieve or anything that you can't conquer this month particularly. I do want to say to you, just be mindful of who you're spending your time with. I've got Capricorn energy here. If it is about getting into like unnecessary drama or letting yourself get so wound up and so caught up in like pettiness and smallness, I don't think that's going to work this month at all. I think with the Four of Swords, it's a clear indicator. There is somewhere that you've got to pull back a little bit. Coming into yourself is, I think, the outcome of Gemini season. But with that does come a lot of alignment. So you are going to have to align yourself. And you're going to have to do it in such a way where you know that you are communicating everything that you need to say, so you're not holding anything inside. But you are saying what needs to be said. There is an element of recharge this month as well, and I think you might really be feeling it on Saturn in Capricorn sextiles Neptune and Pisces on the 18th, around the 18th of June. On the 17th, you've got the full moon and Sag, and I want to say stand up for what you believe in. Stand up for who you are. It's going to become really obvious, I think, that everything is going to be fine around that time. And I want to say, don't worry too much. I've got here the Seven of Swords. So if it is in regards to getting away with something, getting away from something, again, there is an element of being sneaky here. So try not to be too sneaky, but it is, again, like that whole thing that I was saying for you guys last month. You're sort of dodging a bullet. You're getting away from something. And even if that means overcoming the way that you perhaps saw things before and how you're seeing them now, it is necessary, I think, for you guys in Gemini season where things are so fast-paced and so they're really going for it this month. Like, everything's really going for it. Everything is really just moving in a pace that, Pisces, you might find yourself a little bit of unsure amidst. But I want to say, just stop worrying. Everything will be fine. This whole dodging a bullet thing, you will be getting away from something scot-free. But I will say that, just like in this card, you see how if he is not careful, he will slice those fingers right off. I want to say to you, just be careful and cautious with the energies that you are surrounding yourself with and how you yourself are dealing with this Mercury in Cancer energy. It is quite an emotional, like, you will want to speak your emotions and you'll want to speak your emotional truth. But I think with that, you've got to just be really careful that you're not being super passive-aggressive. I don't think it's the time for being passive-aggressive. There's a new moon happening in Gemini on the 3rd or the 4th. 3rd even. 10 of Cups. Queen of Cups and 10 of Cups. Pisces. Really lucrative month for you. Emotional contentment within aligning yourself. So get aligned. Speak your truths where you need to speak your truth. Say what it is that you need to say. Don't go out there and deliberately try to fuck someone over. Be very, very careful of that. I've got the Devil card here and the Four of Swords. Which is why I want to say to you, if you get an opportunity to rest and really rest, not just, kind of resting, you might find that the more time that you spend outside of this ether and in other realms, the easier an escape route out of a bad situation will become to you. A lot of meditation, right? Spend a lot of time in the other realms, Pisces. What does that mean? Meditate a lot, okay? If you are familiar with lucid dreaming, I will suggest you look into it if you're not. If you are familiar with... all those cards fell out. I have to pick them up. Alright, give me a second. I hate when that happens. They all just drop on the floor and it's like, what's the point? I've got a big table here. Okay, where am I? I don't think I need... the card's just telling me don't pick these up. This scattered energy. And I'm feeling it as well. This really scattered energy. Pisces, I think you really, really need to get aligned. You do. 1 second. I left my cards outside to charge. I thought I'd bring them in again. Scattered energy all over the place, or what? Right. I've been pulling Crystal Angels by Doreen Virtue. These are just cards of crystal suggestions that I think would be helpful to wear, purchase, keep on you around the time of the Gemini new moon, the time in between, and then Sagittarius season. I'm going to pick 3 cards. Look, Pisces, there's definitely a really big reward coming this month with a lot of emotional contentment, family situations, home situations. You've got the 10, all right? Things will look really good. But with the Devil card and the 4 of Swords, there is a necessary need for rest and recuperation. Don't let yourself get too caught up in things that are maybe not your business, I want to say. It's this whole thing about dodging a bullet again. 7 of Swords. You're going to be getting away from something, and it will lead you to align yourself. Key to this Gemini season is not letting your mind get too caught up in finicky details. Gemini season can be a bit of a headache for the rest of the mutable signs just because it's like going at it full force. And you just want to like stop, sit down. 4 of Swords, you need to rest. You need to transcend to other realms. Be very careful when you do that. Always say a little prayer before you try any meditation or any ascension. I've got one more card that I need to pull for you. Oh, but I've got 2. Don't you just love it when that happens? Alright, Pisces. 10 of Cups, Queen of Cups. This is Gemini season for you. Complete contentment and coming to some sort of emotional truth by aligning yourself. So make sure you're getting aligned. What have I got for you, Pisces? I've got Diamond. Value your self-worth. You are God's precious gem. I got this recently as well. So maybe put on some diamonds. Kyanite. Make time for self-care. Taking care of yourself is essential right now. 4 of Swords, it's just as I was saying. You've got to get not only good at taking care of your meat suit, your outside body, taking your supplements, like we've been talking about. There is a real cool Pisces for you to take care of yourself. You really, really will have to, because I think as you draw closer to Virgo season, which is going to be a massive time of returns for you guys, if you are not rested and prepared and ready for things that are going to come for you, to you, things that you achieve, things that will manifest, materialize for you around Virgo season, if you are not resting yourself now, if you're not giving yourself the mental break that you need, it will be really difficult for you to manifest and achieve or receive the things that are trying to come through to you around Virgo season. Virgo season in September is going to be a massive one. A very important time for you, okay? Kyanite. Make time for self-care. Taking care of yourself is essential right now. Tiger's Eye. Be confident through God. Self-confidence through God's confidence. Believe in yourself by believing in God working through you. I'm sorry if I'm murmuring my words. I'm fasting. I don't miss my fast for nothing. But it does get a little bit exhausting. I do get a bit tongue-tied sometimes as well. And it being Gemini season, and Mercury is in Gemini as well, so it's all a bit like blah, 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 blah. But yeah, forgive me for that. Self-confidence through God confidence. Believe in yourself by believing in God working through you. Affirmations, I want to say, Pisces. Do you do affirmations? I always do affirmations. When I know that I am maybe going through a bit of a yucky time and I need a reminder of myself, I will remind myself that I'm a creature of, creativity. I am loved by God. I am a great creator. I am loved. I am beautiful. I am wealthy. I am healthy. Affirmations, I want to say, like, get your affirmations and write them in big bold letters all around you so that you don't forget. Apophylites. Increased support, your positive focus and willingness to receive have opened the doorway to an abundance of help and opportunity. If you've been trying to manifest, if you have been trying to create, Pisces, just stay patient. The devil that finicky doubt is devil's work. Don't doubt how far you've come. You've come really far. Stay to it. Stick to it. Whatever you need to get away from, it will make itself apparent. Ultimately, though, ka-ching of a month. Ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching. Tiger's Eye is really good. I like Tiger's Eye. Apophyllite is quite difficult to get hold of in jewellery. If you can get hold of it, fantastic. But it is a nice little meditation stone as well, so I will suggest that you do that. Tiger's Eye is fantastic to keep one grounded, especially in this time of mutable air where things are just all over the place and people will say something and then retract their statements and the rest of us are a little bit like, what's going on? But Tiger's Eye is really nice to help keep you grounded. Pisces, I'm sorry if that was all over the place. I feel a bit scattered myself. It's this Gemini energy. Thank you so much for joining me. Take care and I will see you guys again soon.